What's up, folks? Welcome to episode of What I'm Playing today. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 on the Wii. This is my save. What's happening? Oh, where did I last play this game? I was playing Grand Prix. Okay, I gotta check my saves. This is my Wii that I got in 2013, or Wii U rather, from 2013, from which I transferred the freaking Wii, like my OG Wii. Oh wait, can I? How do you do the thing? Isn't there a way to? I thought there was a way to. I was pretty sure there's a way you could play like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Oh no! Reset that junk. Let's just play the game. Let's see how far I get. It's been a minute since I played a Sonic game for the channel. It's been quite some time. So let's just. I love these sound effects so much. Let's just delete this and let's just do a Sonic and Tails playthrough and see what happens. Like I said, this is for the original Wii, playing off the Wii U. I don't know if there's any meaningful differences between this game and any other version you'd play. But why not? Let's just play and find out. Like I said, I haven't played a Sonic game. It's probably been like a year or so since I've played one. For the channel, that is. And I really haven't played many personally. Like lately I've just been sticking to, oh there it is, I've been sticking to like Xbox series and freaking other games that aren't retro games. Like I haven't played any like 2D Mario games lately. I haven't played. I just actually pulled my, I pulled out the, oh don't you dare. I pulled out the Crash, like 1, 2, 3 compilation, because I was like, maybe I'll go back and try to play that. It's like the re-release by, is it Toys for Bob? That came out a few years ago, or like, it's probably like 6, 7 years ago at this point. I remember playing, like I played 2 a lot as a kid, but I didn't have a memory card for my PlayStation 1, so I never got past like the second world or second set of levels. Because I would just turn the game off, and then every time I'd start right back over. Now, speaking of Crash, I was always intrigued by the fact that those first levels, like the first stage you go to is like the typical kind of, what is it, tropical jungle level. And then like I think the 4th level in that area, that first set of levels, is the same, basically the same level, just raining. As a kid, I always thought that was so weird, because I was like, why would they do that? Why would they have the same level but just make it rainy? And then you grow up and you realize, oh, it's just like to save time. We're not gonna make completely new level assets for something that, you know, most people are gonna play like once, or that we only had, you know, half a year to develop because game crunch is a real thing. Can I break that? I can't break that. Okay. I remember looking back at these platforms and just being so mesmerized by them because look at them. They're just like brown pieces of whatever. And they're not particularly special. They just kind of drift through the water, but they're clearly protruding like half in, half out of the water. And I don't know, they're one of those details of games that just they don't really add anything functional to the game. It's like it's a small platform that you can, you know, use in a very brief context of the game's gameplay, but they just stand out because there's something sort of unique about them because you don't see them everywhere. I don't know. It's just a weird thing to think about those platforms. Tails, you suck. Tails, you suck. Why'd you hit him? I mean, because I pressed jump, but you know. Anyway, am I going for all the emeralds? I'm gonna go for as many emeralds as I can get, as I feel like getting. I don't feel like I'm gonna play till like. I'm probably going to end it Hydraulic on. The reason why I haven't been playing Sonic games is because I haven't had the urge to play them. After Sonic Origins came out, has there been another 2D Sonic game? Like, Mania came out. Oh, there has! Superstars! After Superstars came out, I think I sort of dropped off the series. And not because, like, oh, Sonic sucks. I mean, he does. We all know this, but not because of that, because I play all the Sonic games. I always get the Sonic games. It's what I do. I love Sonic. But Superstars was so bad that I think I was just kind of turned off from him being involved in 2D platform games altogether, because there's nothing redeeming about that game. Like, level design wise, it's uninspired. It doesn't actually play to any of Sonic's strengths. And it's so frustrating because you could take a game like this, and I get it, a game like this type of Sonic game, you can't sell it. Sonic 3, for example, sold for what, like $70? Was it $70 back in the day, or was it 40 and it was like 80 bucks with Sonic 3 and Knuckles? But they didn't bundle them, so I'm pretty sure they were like, it was like $60 or $70. These games sold for like $60 or $70, I want to say. I'm pretty sure they did, because I was looking at the Sears catalog from like 93 or something. Or 94. And one of the Sonic games that came out in the early 90s was like $70. And I get it. In today's gaming market, in today's freaking labor economy, you can't sell a 6-stage game. If we're just talking Sonic 3 itself, you can't sell a 6-stage game. Oh, there's that good slowdown. You can't sell a 6-stage game for $70. You can try, but who's gonna buy it? But that's the problem. You also can't expect people to want to play like these lengthy ass Sonic games that aren't really well produced. Like, I don't want to spend... I used to like how you could just keep on bouncing. That's great. You can't do that anymore. They lock you out. I don't want to play like a 14-stage Sonic game where the levels are 9-10 minutes long like they are in Sonic Superstars. It's just not fun. There needs to be a market for like... There needs to be a market for AAA designed but indie priced games. And I know that that is kind of an oxymoron, because you can't have AAA design, as in you can't have a big studio with hundreds of people working on a game and then sell it for, you know, $20. But there is something to be said for a game that can kind of bridge that gap of, okay, think about Hollow Knight Silksong. How long did that game take in development? I don't know how many people are on Team Cherry and who, like, how many people actually made the game, but the game was in development for like a decade or something. It was announced back in like 2013, I think. Was it 2013 or 2015 or something? It was DLC to the original Hollow Knight whenever that came out. So it was like damn near a decade. But they were able to launch a game that has gotten critical feedback, critical acclaim for $20. And then Hollow Knight itself is now like $14.99. There's gotta be something to be said for being able to do that. Granted, I think they were bolstered in part by Game Pass, and that's a whole other bag of worms. But even if you do something like that, having a game that is small enough in scope where you don't need a billion people to make it, but is also small enough in scope where you can polish it to a T, is what the gaming industry is missing. Plain and simple as that. I would buy a Sonic 3, like a Sonic 4 that was made in the style of Sonic 5. I would buy those games at like $40. And they came out, you know, every 2 or 3 years, I would buy those games because these games are enjoyable enough to warrant constantly purchasing them if they are made with the care that the originals were made with. And ultimately, that's the problem, is that the new games are built on the back of the status of Sonic as an IP and not on the actual merit of the gameplay. Sorry, I gotta text some people. Okay, we're back. Oh, I love these platforms too, because look how they just kind of like, they bobble up and down. Like, they create a, even though this water is just a blue overlay essentially, the bobbling of the freaking platforms leads you to think, oh, Junk, there's buoyancy in this water. It makes the water real. Like, these, oh, don't roll the table, my G. These are things that game devs almost can tend to overlook nowadays because they just completely, I gotta check teetering animations. We got one. We got one. We got one. We got one oh, there we go. We got two. We got two. These are things I think game developers tend to overlook nowadays. We're like, let's just make something look super good. And they're not always paying attention to, hey, does this make sense from a physical standpoint in life? Does this make sense? Oh, I can't fly with tails anymore. That's crazy. or back in the day I couldn't Flower Tails, I should say. Does it make sense that like the water acts a certain way? Does it make sense that the cliff falls a certain way or whatever? Like I feel like everyone's trying to make games look so pretty, but they're not actually focusing on the details. That's not true. I guess what I'm saying is I just want more games like Gravity Circuit, Bomb Rush, where the games, regardless of how they look, they commit to an art style and a play style that works, and they don't charge you an arm and a leg for them just because they think the game deserves to be a full price game. Bomb Rush I think was like 40 bucks. I don't know, I bought it like 3 times and I probably bought it on sale. So, and that's another thing too, if your game is good and you can create a fandom around your game because your game evokes some kind of emotion, like Bomb Rush evokes emotion of coolness, of swagger, of intensity, of anti-capitalist sentiment. Like Bomb Rush does those things, and it creates a fandom around it because of the music, because of the environments, the level layouts, the level aesthetics, the details. That's honestly what Sonic did. Sonic wasn't just about like, oh, it's a really good game. Sonic was a vibe, for lack of a better word. For kids, Sonic was just something that was cool. You can tell because Sonic is still cool. How many people like Sonic and wear Sonic stuff just because Sonic is cool? But the games get away from that and they do all this other stuff where you're like, oh, you gotta collect this and you gotta do this and capture that, and they don't get at what makes Sonic fun in the first place. If a game can do that, you could throw away everything else. You don't have to have the best graphics, the biggest budget, the biggest studios. You could just make a game that is dedicated to its style, and people are gonna enjoy it. Oh, jump! Dang it! So my controller's stuck. My controller's stuck. All right, my controller's stuck. I'm gonna just tell you straight up. You could tell because when I was running, I was holding right button, but Sonic would kind of like not. He would slow down. I don't see. You can kind of see like his sprite is flickering, like he's leaving his running animation. I think that's a controller issue because I'm holding right on the D-pad and on the analog stick. It's almost like the input isn't recognized to the fullest. I don't know. I might just end this after one episode, like at one level. I don't really want to play this game that much longer. I've played a lot of Sonic games in my day. I'm tired, man. Tails, you suck. I'm gonna just wait though. Can I just walk you off the ledge, Tails? Go die. 2. Okay. Okay, my G. Okay, my G. Okay, my G. I always liked this, how he shot at the ground and then they came out. Thinking about this though, like the shooting, Robotnik shoots 6, or he shoots 2 little missiles there. If this was a Mega Man game, he would have shot like 10 or 12 or something, and he would have had to dodge them all. It's amazing how there's different levels of challenge in these games. But like a lot of people who like Sonic, like Mega Man or like Mario or whatever, it's like it all kind of reaches the same audience. But somehow, like the difficulty levels are all so very different. It's just interesting. It's just retro gaming is interesting. It's really nice to play a bunch of retro games today. I was gonna do some episodes of like what I'm playing, which granted, all the games I'm playing, episodes of my Let's Plays, all the games I'm playing right now are freaking retro games at this point. Freaking GTA 4, Sonic, nope, Dragon Ball Z, Legacy of Goku 2. All this junk is retro. Oh god. Well, yeah. I think I'm done talking. I've had my fun here. If you want to see me play this game, go watch one of my mini playthroughs of Sonic 3. Go check out my Sonic playlist. I have a bunch of Sonic fan games, which also include this level at times. I definitely have a playthrough of this. I have a playthrough of the Sonic Origins collection. Maybe one day I'll do another playthrough of a classic Sonic game. But I have to figure out. Okay, we got glitches. We got glitches. I have to figure out what I want to play. Have I even ever gone this way? I don't remember that platform lifting up like that. That was weird. Now I feel like I gotta finish the game. Ugh. God, this some bitchin' music. Also, why is it like Castlevania in the background? Whoa! That was fast! That's like the fastest I've ever gotten through this level. Holy moly! That's crazy. I've never gone through this level this fast. Did I not hit him? Did I hit him? I don't know. 2, 3. Okay, you gotta let me out, dog. All right, just drown, my boy. Just drown, my boy. Let's see. Will I die? Will I die? Nah. Okay. I was just curious. Now I gotta know. Does it reset my timer? It must. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Sonic just got those crazy lungs. My boy breathes deep on a bitch. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode of Why I'm Playing. Next time we'll come back. Oh, spring, because this is OG Sonic 3. Next time we'll come back and play something else. Maybe another Sonic game, but probably not, because I'm kind of over Sonic for the time being. Maybe a Sonic 2 comes out. I don't know if I'm getting. Dude, you're gonna get smushed. You're gonna get smushed. I mean, this is an incredibly slow wall, but you're gonna get smushed. Maybe Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. At some point I'll get that game. Just because I like all the Sonic music and the referential tracks and stuff, but I really couldn't care less about SpongeBob and freaking whoever else is in that game. I don't give a damn. But yeah, we'll see what comes up. We'll see what comes up and probably play some more Sonic games in the future. Maybe Sonic 06, who knows? As always, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.